What's up, guys? So I went out to my first protest since the attack, and I want to tell you guys what happened and bring you that report. It's not as crazy as some of the other ones, but there was some flag burning, and it got a little tense at some points. So SPD was staged all around the city. This protest was to take place in Westlake Park in downtown Seattle. It was hosted by Super UW, which is the banned University of Washington student group that did over $1 million of damage at University of Washington's interdisciplinary engineering building. It was brand new and funded by Boeing, and they didn't like that, so they destroyed it naturally. They also started a massive dumpster fire outside that almost caught a building on fire. They threw bird scooters in it that caused massive lithium-ion explosions.
Yeah, welcome to your dog. Oh shit.
And emitted the worst fumes imaginable. So that's who's hosting this event. When I arrived, a woman by the name of Baisan Barghouti was speaking. Now, you've probably seen Baisan on this channel before. She is the rabid, militant protester in Seattle. She's very well known, who openly proclaims support for the October 7th terrorist attack that claimed the lives of 1,300 innocent Israelis. I've actually been to the site of this attack, or some of the sites of this attack. I've been to the Nova Music Festival. I've also been to several kibbutz and moshavs in southern Israel, and I've stood in the places where innocent civilians were mowed down by Hamas terrorists. One that particularly struck home for me was when I was standing in the exact spot that an 80-year-old Israeli woman was shot 9 times. I could see the bullet holes still in the wall, with what appeared to be some blood spatter.
This was her, and this is a small memorial place that the family said people are writing things to her.
This is a shelter they have your
Horrific. She was inside of a bomb shelter. She believed that the town was being bombed, but in reality it was being invaded. So she ran inside this concrete bomb shelter, and it's not very big. A Hamas militant ran in after her and gunned her down. She was completely unarmed. Another elderly family was burned alive in their home. The only thing that remains is the bomb shelter inside of their home, which is made out of concrete. Their children have placed a banner on top of this bomb shelter, which their parents were suffocated in, that calls for peace between Arabs living in Gaza and Jews living in Israel.
This family are very much involved in peace with Arabic groups.
Okay.
And so it says peace in Hebrew and in Arabic, and it's a movement that is called Ken, yes, standing together.
Okay.
And they're promoting the relationship and talk between Israelis and Arab and Palestinian.
Okay.
And even though everything that happened here, that their parents were killed by terrorists, they're still supporting this woman. They still believe it's entirely, they're in their right to do so, So they put this, I only saw it just now, this sign of...
So usually people would have this on their homes who are following the same...
Yeah, it's very rare.
It's like a flag, right?
Yeah, but it's rare to expose
Right.
your... especially here, and it's not that everybody, it's not like, you want to kill everyone in the Gaza Strip.
Right.
It's not that, but to expose that you're into peace talks and stuff.
More speeches were given, some in Arabic, some in English. They chanted, they cried, and then they marched to the federal building. It sort of became an anti-ICE protest at this point. So they chanted along the way, death, death to the IDF, intifada, intifada, globalize the intifada, globalize jihad, and more. When we arrived at the federal building, immediately, Baisan Barghouti pulled out of her bag dozens of American flags, small ones, a couple big American flags, and some big Israeli flags. They did some more chants, some more speeches. They taught people how to speak in Arabic, and then they burned those flags. They started with the small American flags, then they burned an Israeli flag, then they burned a big American flag, then they burned another big Israeli flag, and then they burned more American flags, and then they burned the final big American flag. Federal agents remained inside of the federal building behind the bulletproof glass of that building. Waiting for the protest to fizzle out. And it did eventually. Covering the protest, ironically, was Hannah Krieg, a self-proclaimed reporter in Seattle who actually advertises the protests that she covers, which I think is a conflict of interest. See, when I cover these things in videos like this, I give my opinion sometimes, and that's fine. These are commentary videos. But when I'm reporting from the field on what's going on, and I'm posting on X and giving you guys the raw information, I'm really just observing what's happening and telling you guys what's happening through my eyes. I'm showing you, and I'm telling you. And I showed the video evidence to back up what I'm saying, but I don't advertise the events that I cover. It doesn't seem right. At that point, you almost seem like an activist because you're participating in and covering riots and protests that you advertise. So anyway, at this point, the protest pretty much fizzled out. People started to go home. They told people to go home with buddies because they're afraid of people following them or something. Everybody in Seattle knows that the only group of people who attack others are them. They're the only ones. I'm living, breathing evidence of that. And at that point, the protest pretty much ended. Thank you guys for tuning in. I will be back out in the field soon. If you know of anything going on in the Pacific Northwest that you think I should cover, make sure to let me know. You can send me tips at my email, which is listed in my YouTube bio. It's also in my X bio. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for sticking around and supporting. I will see you in the next one. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment what you thought of this down below.